Morning, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode here at WILDMAN Lifts. I'm your host, WILDMAN. On today's episode, I was doing back squats in giant set format in a commercial gym. So let's pop in. Let's see what we did today. Alrighty, so on this day, I was doing back squats in giant set format, and I'm using that box there as a depth gauge to make sure that I'm hitting the appropriate depth that I want to hit, and I don't have to second guess myself when the weight gets heavier, whether or not I got to depth or not. So that's why that box is there. And I'm going to pair this up with some med ball pull-ups. So I'm going to squeeze that med ball as hard as I can with my legs. It was about 15 pounds, I think, and just doing 3 repetitions in between my back squats. And I'm also doing weighted step-ups. So this is really good for your shoulders, isolating single leg movements, and your obliques, because your oblique has to work hard on the side that the weight isn't on to counterbalance what's going up and what's coming down. So I love to do these on my leg days. Now, I've been neglecting the back squat for a while. And the reason why is because I have some deadlifting goals that I want to finish and achieve by the end of the year. And back squatting takes a lot out of your central nervous system, and so does deadlifting. So they often compete with each other when it comes to me specifically. So I was trying to get back into the groove of including back squats into my programming again. In between every set, I'm doing my weighted pull-ups and my weighted step-ups. And I decided to throw a belt back on and to put knee sleeves back on as well. I've been training without it for a while, and usually when I throw my equipment back on, it kind of throws me off originally. So this was me trying to practice and get in the groove of it again. And I'm only going up to 3 repetitions because I didn't really know how heavy I wanted to go. So I was just going to interchange the yellows, which are 25 pounds, and then take those off and then add reds and just keep going up and up and up until I couldn't do 3 reps anymore. That's what I planned to do. And I was actually kind of planning to stop here, but 365 felt very, very good. And I should have moved up after this to 385 and done 3 repetitions because that probably would have been my max 3. But as I was doing my weighted pull-ups, which is really good for upper back, that's why I do them on my squat days to prep my upper back for heavier loads. And as I'm doing my weighted step-ups, I kind of felt like I'll just throw 4 or 5, on the bar and just see how many I could get. I wanted to hit 1 repetition at least and see how it felt. 2 maybe, 3 would have been fantastic at this point. So as I descended and came up, it went a little slower than I wanted to. So I decided to put it back and continue on doing giant set format, but I decided to do 1 round of a burnout set with 315 pounds. Now I love doing this, and I also hate doing this because when you do a burnout set like this, your legs are usually sore for about a week. And that's just because of the volume and the load that you're having to put up. But it's also a good mindset exercise because your body is screaming at you, especially here. My body was screaming at me to stop at like the 7th and 8th rep. And you have to push that aside and just keep going. And I knew I wanted to hit 10 for sure. So that's what I decided to do, and that's what I did. And I'm glad I did it, but in the moment, I really hated my life, if I'm being truthfully honest with you. And the most important thing that I was trying to concentrate here was getting depth, being comfortable on the bottom, and not missing the lift. And I like doing weighted pull-ups with a neutral grip on the bar. I feel like that targets my bicep and my back evenly. So that's why I choose to do neutral grip most of the time. I feel like it's much better for athletes and for overall strength. Now, as you can see, sometimes when I go to the gym, I have a plan that involves weeks and weeks of work. And sometimes I go to the gym and I have a format that I'm going to follow, and I'll just feel out how many reps I want to do, see how I feel, and take it from there. And that's okay. As long as we're getting in the gym and getting better each and every day, physically, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally, I don't care what you need to do to get in the gym, just get there. Until next time, thank you, YouTube.